Hello everybody, it's football here with John Morntez and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing fine. I'm also doing fine, and today we are back again. Today we want to look ahead into Thursday game, which will be a massive game, by the way, between Manchester United with Athletic Club versus Manchester United, which Manchester United will have to travel away to play their first semi-final away from home. What is your thought into that? That is what we want to dive into. We want to dive the possible lineup. I want to check possible lineup, how Manchester United should approach that game, the way Manchester United are going to approach that game, and what are the chances of Manchester United qualifying to the next round, to the semi-final. So that is what I want to dive into this video. And before I proceed, I just want to see in the comment section what you guys think about this. Let me see down on the comment section your prediction into the comment section between Athletic Club versus Manchester United Thursday night. Then something also I will also dive into. I will do my prediction on tomorrow's game, Champions League semi-final game between PSG. Oh, not PSG. Between Barcelona versus Inter Milan. What is your thought into that game? That's a massive game tomorrow, so that is also something I'm going to talk about in this video. So make sure to tune in, make sure to smash a like on the video. And by the way, if you know you're watching us for the first time and you haven't clicked that subscription button, please, I just want to request you, take a second or two, click the subscription button. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell, so each and every time for me produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. For this video, I just want to say, if you know you haven't hit that like button also, please hit that like button. Just hit that like button to show support to this channel and appreciating what we do in the background here. So make sure you hit the subscription button. Make sure you put a comment on the comment section, your thought into tomorrow's game between Inter Milan versus Barcelona and Thursday game between Athletic Club versus Manchester United. What is your thought into this? Smash a like on the video, and by the way, to our viewers, our continuous viewers, and to say thank you so much for your continuous support. Without you, this channel could not be able to reach where it is. Now, let us just dive directly into this. What do you guys think about that game on Thursday? It's a massive game, to be honest, and it's a game that Manchester United have to look in different angles and have to be focused into that game, because we know how the Premier League has gone. The Premier League is already over, and Manchester United need to react to that game, and they need to be in the finals in Europa competition, where Manchester United hope is. And this was something I was talking about. We were having a discussion about this topic about Manchester United and Europa competition. I think even before Manchester United sacked Erik ten Hag, the plan and the budget and everything was to win Europa competition. That one was the plan. Each and every team goes in a season with a focused goal and a plan. And in my own view, I think Manchester United, in my expectation and Manchester United fan, my expectation was this season to win Europa competition. So, in ideal sense, we are in the right track. We are in the right track based on our goal, which we set up. The goal we set up before the season was to win Europa, because we knew we could not win. We knew we could not win Premier League. We knew we could not win. We could not win FA Cup, and we knew we could not win Carabao Cup again. So, even if you look the progress, it should be from smaller, like that order. I'm not good in those. But in that order, it should be matching from that way. So I think Manchester United coming into this season, the focus was Europa. And they have to beat Athletic Club because they have shown an embarrassment in the league. In the league, we have already embarrassed our fans. And this is the only thing these players can deliver to Manchester United. This is the only way to Champions League football next season. This is the only way. This is what we fight for. This is what we spend most of our time now on. Forget about Premier League, forget about the noise where we are going to finish. We are not going to the relegation zone. We are not going to relegation. That one is done. Now we have to focus and make sure we deliver these trophies. And this trophy, to win it, is not difficult. This is the biggest test. This is my prediction. Not true, this is my prediction, my view. The person who is going to win a game, who is going to proceed to the final against the person who is going to proceed to the final between Manchester United and the Athletic Club is the person who is going to win that league. is the person who is going to win the Europa competition. Is the person who is going to win. Because if you look at the side, it's only Tottenham and Bond. I don't know which club is that. I've never heard of it. I just hope he makes it to the final, then we meet with them. It will be very interesting game to watch. But Manchester United with Spanish clubs have been a problem. Not now, even the past. We have found it difficult to beat the Spanish club. We have found it very difficult to beat the Spanish club. But this season, I think we have really done massive work against the Spanish club, especially in Europa competition. We haven't lost any. We are the only unbeaten team in that league now. In those teams in the semi-final, we are the only unbeaten team in Europa competition. We are the only unbeaten team in the Europa competition. So we should take the good run we have in Europa competition and in Europa competition and turn it to a win. But there's a problem with the Manchester United. When we expect them to show up, they don't show up. When we expect them to lose, they show up. I don't know what is your general view into this, because I believe we are going into this as underdogs, but we are also going to this as the best contenders to win it, because I think in my own view, I just see it. Athletic Club and Manchester United, between one of them is the person who is going to win this thing. Is the person who is going to win this. So Manchester United players must fight for this. They have to do whatever possible to make sure they have this in their bag. They have to make sure they have to do whatever is possible to make sure they secure this title. So how should Manchester United line up against Athletic Club? And this is not my prediction, but I would love to see this, and I think this team, which I will share with you, is likely to win it. Is likely to win against Athletic Club. We know Amorim goes with the back three, and they plays a formation of 4-3-4-3 in terms of how you want to call it. Sometimes it's 3-4-2-1 in how you want to call it. We know we are having a loopholes. We know Zags is not there, but I think Delight is back. Now, Dalot is out. Consider Dalot out for the rest of the season, because Amorim said it won't be there. The person which might be a boost and might boost our confidence to win this game, who is coming back really, and this is massive news for Manchester United, is Ahmad. Ahmad is coming back, and we know how much we have missed Ahmad this season. We know how much we missed somebody in that wing who can cross the ball, who can dribble, who can take players one-on-one. So Ahmad needs to be protected, and Ahmad needs to be in that game. Should he start? That is my question. No. In my own opinion, he should not start that game immediately from injury. I don't know how impactful Ahmad is after the injury. Sometimes we see a derailment in players when they come from injuries. But if we see that a downfall in players when they come from injury. So sometimes it's not always good. It's not always, they don't turn up to be at their best shape. That is what I'm trying to say. They don't turn up to be in their best shape. So, in my own opinion, if Ahmad is available, he should not start. He should come from the bench, in my own opinion. He should come from the bench. He should not start that game. But, this is my back three. My back three, which possibly I think can be the best. And I will tell you why this back three can literally brutally beat Athletic Club. Number one, I will start with Mazrui as a back three. Then I will go with Delete if Delete is available to play. If Delete is available to play, I will pick him. And I will pick Yoro if Yoro is available to play. But with Amorim, maybe might decide to go with the Maguire. The main reason I'm not picking Maguire into this, I think Maguire is too slow. And if you look the way Athletic Club plays, they are more of a counter-attack team. They don't go. They stay. They stay at the back. They wait you to play. Then they hit you on a counter-attack. They're very good in that. They are very good defensively, and they are very good in creating spaces and creating those spaces, creating those runs. So the main reason I'm not picking Maguire to this semi-final is because of pace. I think Maguire can be exploited, but Athletic Club don't cross balls too much, so we don't need a high defensive person. They are not good in set pieces. I've seen some of their games. I've seen some of their highlights. they don't score a lot of goals from their set pieces. They score a lot of goals from counter attack, because I think the full match I watched again, Athletic Club full match I watched was against Real Madrid, and which they literally stayed back and waited to hit them on a counter attack, which is sometimes what Manchester United do. But nowadays we try to more over controlling. That is why my back three, I will go with Dioro, Mazurui, and Delete. My wing backs, I will go with Dogu and Luke Shaw, in my own opinion, because Dalot is not available. You have to use your best assets that you have. You have to use your best asset that you have at the moment to make sure you get out something out of this. So we have to be very, very good, because the main reason I'm picking Shaw into this, I think Shaw is very good going forward, and it's also good defensively. So going forward, we'll be having a player who can bring in crosses into the box. We have a good player who can carry the ball forwards. We'll have a good player who can take one-on-one. We have a good player who cuts into the midfield to try to create those spaces chances as spaces. So that is why I would prefer Luke Shaw into this if he's fully fit to play into this game. Dogu must be styled up, because I've seen a decline on his performance since that red card. I've seen a decline in Dogu performance. So that is, we have to start him, because we don't have anybody to start in that position. So we have to play him. Dalot is not there. So Luke Shaw, Mazurui has to start. Luke Shaw has to start. Mazurui has to start. Dogu has to start. Yoro has to start. Delete must start. And Delete must start. Yeah, those are that one. Onana, in my opinion, should be the number one. I think I skipped this part, but sometimes we think Biden can start, but I think Onana should just start. No matter how mistake he caused us, sometimes I feel like the second goalkeeper deserves to be given the chance. But we have to trust him. We just have to trust him, and we have to try to boost his confidence to come and help him, because he has been, this season was not his season. He has been performing drastically bad, and we need to change. So he might be the cause of us going out of the semi-final. It might be the cause. I'm not saying we are safe, but we are not safe with Onana until the game is 90+1 done. That is what I'm trying to say. We are not safe with him. So the most important thing also as fans we have to need is to pray. Make sure that don't do anything stupid. When I talk about stupid men, when we are going for a bigger game like this, don't try. I always tell Basil, don't try to do anything stupid when we are going to a war like this, especially to the fans. This is the time to focus. Well, you know what I'm saying. Focus. For those who, if you get it, if you don't get it, just forget about it. Focus. Now, in my midfield, these are my options. This is the people I think I should pick in my midfield. I think Casemiro has to start on this game. In my own view, I think Casemiro likely will have to start in this game. So I will go with Casemiro. I will go with the Bruno. I will go with the Bruno to start. But I would love to see Casemiro, Bruno, and Mount. I think Kobe is good from the back, from the bench. That is my view. It's my own view. I think Kobe can be very impactful when it comes from the back, from the bench, when he has already analyzed the game and seen the loopholes and where should he chip in. Starting Casemiro, my own view, I think we should start Casemiro, Mount, and Bruno. This is why. Bruno will have to play as an 8. Mount will have to play as a 10. So we have 2 creative midfielders in the pitch. I think Kobe is not that creative. That is why I will not start him now. It's not that creative, but it's good in the box, which Mount sometimes does not give us. Mount does not give us that. But both of them, one of them can come from the bench. I will not be angry, or I will not be surprised about that. But you play Mount as a 10, you have a probability of somebody who can create chance, as somebody who is hungry to score goals at the moment, is hungry to play. The only I fear that he might come in, then gets an injury. That is my fear. That is my only fear. But I believe I think a midfield of Casemiro, Bruno, and Mount will work perfectly into this game. In my own view, will work perfectly into this game. Garnacho have to start in the wing. Garnacho has to start on the wing. But you also have, now that is already 4-1. Yes, Garnacho have to start on the wing, then Nani has to finish. Højlund has to finish because we don't have any striker, so Højlund has to start. That is why I would prefer Ahmad coming from the bench if it's available, because sometimes Ahmad can come and can come from the bench and win us that game, because we will have. I've seen the way Amorim thinks. He tries to first analyze the game in the first half. You see how they play, then they come and beat you in the second half. But most of the time we have suffered a goal first half that cost us the entire game, because the other team will have to settle back and wait for the moment. So that is why I would love to see how it balances between Garnacho and Højlund. So we both need Ahmad from the bench. So our bench will be more stronger. People from the bench can come and impact the game very well. If you look, that bench is balanced. You have Ahmad at the bench. You have Maguire at the bench when things are getting tough. You have Lindelof at the bench when things are getting mad. Tough. You have Eriksen on the bench. You have, like, our bench will literally be strong. People who can come in and impact the game. So that is what I'm looking for. Manchester United must go for a win. We have to go for a win at that club, because we are not sure. With Manchester United, we are always not sure, but we have to go for a win. I think we played we played well against Olympiacos. We really played well first leg. I think first leg we were just caught with some mere errors from players. These errors must not be allowed, and Amorim should be strict into this. I think even they should, before we go into this game, any error Manchester United goalkeeper make, or any error Manchester United goalkeeper make, each and every player should be punished. Because this season, the most of the game we have lost is not because of the tactics. The most game we have lost is because of individual errors, and these errors should be punished. At this point, should be punished. This is a game that Manchester United have to play with no pressure. Just focus, play with no pressure, reduce errors, because we have lost lots of games because of individual errors, and that one will be punishable tomorrow, because Athletic Club are also looking at this as an opportunity for them to get to Champions League, to win, because they are going to play final. If they proceed to the final, they are going to play final at their own stadium. How is that one important? That one will be massive for Athletic Club. It will be massive for them. So Manchester United we have to make sure we win this thing to the semis. This is the only thing we are playing for this season. This is the only thing, the only hope we have. We have to make it to the final, because I think if we make it to the semi, either it's FC Bond, whatever it is, and Tottenham, whoever comes in, I think will be likely beatable. Will not be tough at this game. I think the final is being played here in the semis. That is my own opinion. Let me sit down on the... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting this. Atletico, not Inter Milan versus Barcelona tomorrow. Massive game, Champions League night. In my own prediction, after Barcelona playing 120 minutes, I think it's going to be tough playing against Atletico, which are very good tactically. Nobody in Champions League this season have found the answer of Atletico. Of Inter Milan. No one. They are tough to beat. They are very tough to beat. After playing 120 minutes against Real Madrid, I think it will be very hard for first leg for Barcelona. They can recover in the second leg. Of course, they have a pressure of also winning the league. I think Inter Milan have already given up on the league. Maybe not, because the gap is now 4 points from 3 points, if I'm not wrong. 3 points between Naps and Inter Milan. So focus is Champions League. Focus is Champions League and make it to the final. I think if they make it to the final, they might likely to win it, in my own view. But if Inter wins first leg, the way I've seen them winning first leg, it's going to be very hard for Barcelona to qualify to the final. It's going to be very, very hard for Barca to qualify to the final. That is my thought into tomorrow's game. So I will go with Inter Milan 1-0, probably 1-0, because that is the type of game that I don't expect a lot of goals, because defensively Inter are very good. and they have been winning with let's say I can call it luck. And most I've seen a lot of teams like who qualifies for the next round the way they are qualifying, winning this competition. So that is my thought into that. Smash a like on the video, and by the way, if you know you're watching us for the first time and you haven't subscribed to our channel, please click that subscription button. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell, so each and every time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify. To our subscribers, I want to say thank you so much for your continuous support. Without you, this channel could not be able to reach where it is. Until we do the next one, enjoy that. Thank you. See you tomorrow.